Alright, so this is my 2017 EcoBoost Mustang. So right now I'm getting ready to do a video where I'm pretty much explaining the things that I hate, but at the same time what I like about my current car. I haven't fully introduced this car to the channel just yet. The last car you guys might have seen on the channel might have been the Camaro, I believe, but it's obviously been a little bit different. Things have changed, and yeah, so we're gonna get on to that. Hope you guys enjoy. I'm trying to get on this whole vlogging thing, consistency, and trying to vlog and try to make like content and stuff like that. So also, it is extremely hot outside. My car is running super rich. Not really rich, but it's kind of running hot. It's currently 91 degrees outside. My car is reading at 185 degrees intel. That's a lot. Alright, so this is my 2017 EcoBoost Mustang. Now, I would say it's not the top guy of the car industry, or I should say Mustang industry, but the topic of the video is the 5 things that I love but that I hate about this Mustang. Now, some of the things I would say is not necessarily what I would hate. It's more of a personal opinion on things, but at the same time, that's something that obviously I can overcome. I'm gonna start off with the first thing that I dislike about this car. Obviously, once again, this is something that can be changed. This is actually something that I could have actually bought on the car, but I kind of decided not to. The first thing will be the 17-inch wheels that this car comes with. Once again, that's something that's just personal opinion. This is what I hate, but obviously has to come with the car. Now, when I originally bought this car, it had these ugly, like, aftermarket style wheel covers that were black. I will throw a picture up on the screen so you guys can kind of see it. Now, unfortunately, the second thing that I do hate about this particular car is something that obviously I bought it in that situation. Now, I don't know if you guys can see, but there's a little bit of a paint difference between the back bumper and the actual paint of the color. Now, the other part will be the front of the car. Can't really tell on camera, might not know, probably can pick this up in post-production, but the front bumper obviously does not match the rest of the car. Now, unfortunately, this car was in a car accident prior to me owning it. Minor car accident, but it pertained to scratch within the front end of this car. Unfortunately, don't know how the back bumper got painted that way, but as you can see, yellow is the hardest color to try to paint match. Besides that, when it comes down to the exterior of this car, that's about it. I mean, I'd say the color is something that I kind of dislike, but at the same time, that's just something that I have to deal with. Now let's move to the interior of this car. Visibility is okay. It's not the best, but it'll do. However, in this particular car, there's really not much that I kind of dislike about the interior. Once again, it's minor things, kind of like the dome lights. I don't know if you guys can see that. However, there is no possible way to remove, or should I say turn off, the dome lights. They will stay on if the door is open. They'll obviously turn off when the door is closed. Another thing I'd probably say would be the exhaust. Now, I kind of knew what I was getting myself into. Obviously, this is a 4-cylinder turboed EcoBoost. Understandable. The exhaust sounds alright. Obviously, there was a little bit of an exhaust modification when I first bought the car. There was also like aftermarket tips and stuff like that when I first got the car. The only thing I did when I got the car was obviously drop the resonator, make it a little bit louder, but the tone still was off, and that's something that, once again, I have to deal with. Now, let's move over to the likes about this car. One thing I like about the car is all the ambient lights that the car has, the paddle shifters, everything that this car is pretty much equipped with. One thing I come to realize about getting the EcoBoost Mustang is that you kind of get more bang for your buck for the price that this car was. The MSRP on the 2017 EcoBoost Mustang, I got it out the door at around $23,000-ish. Now with $23,000, this car comes with air conditioning seats, heated seats, different driving modes, different steering modes, paddle shifters, leather seats, bucket seats. It comes with a lot for $23,000. That probably will be a plus on my end. Now, I was looking at the GT Mustang when I was in the market for buying a car. Unfortunately, I was not trying to get the 2017. I was trying to get more of the 2014-ish. I kind of like the body style of that one. Kind of glad I went with this in particular. When it comes down to the 2017 and higher GT Mustang, for the price, literally you're going to be paying for practically nothing. When I did not a review, but kind of a tour of the GT Mustang, it comes with cloth seats. The console itself was very bland. You get the little 4-inch, 5-inch screen. I don't know how many inches. I really don't care about that, but it wasn't really enough. The steering was obviously the same. The exterior of the car was obviously the same. You're literally paying, in my opinion, for the sound and for the motor. That's about it. And a lot of people have mixed opinions when it comes down to the GT. I myself was the same way when it comes down to the GT. When I was in the market to buy a Mustang, I wanted the GT. I wanted the fast, loud car. You know, it sounds so good, and that's what I was in the market for. However, $4,000 to $5,000 more for just a logo, I should say, and sound is not really the best option. Now, if you have the money to do it, that's fine. But at the same time, I just feel like the EcoBoost gives you more bang for your buck. Like I said, I have 5 things plus that I like about this car. Obviously, I like it because I obviously bought it. However, it's just I really don't know, because this car is just it's enough for me. It does have little minor defects here and there. There's a couple things that I think is more of a manufacturer default and not more of a driver default. One of those things would be, obviously, when you put the car in reverse, obviously the backup camera turns on, but it stays on for quite some time. Now, I know you can disable that, but it's useful, but sometimes it just gets quite annoying. Now, unfortunately, I live in Florida, so when it comes down to that, I would say that the car tends to run very hot. It is currently 92 degrees as I speak, and the car is running very hot. It takes quite some time to accumulate boost and stuff like that, but once again, that's just something that you have to deal with whenever you're owning an EcoBoost Mustang. Now, having the GT would have been nice, but one thing I will say that I like about the EcoBoost Mustang is the gas. The gas, yes, is quick. Obviously, gas all depends on the driver. I'm not gonna say the car, because depending on your driving habits always depends on how much gas you put into the car. Now, for me, I never drive in automatic. I never drive, even though this is an automatic car, I never drive in the regular drive mode. I always drive with the paddle shifters. I want that feel of stick shift. I was going to get a stick shift, but once again, I live in Florida. Sometimes stick shift in traffic is not the best option. But like I was saying about the whole gas situation, so I currently average around 21, 22-ish, so I'll give it a hit or miss, 21.5 mpgs. And it's not bad, it's not terrible, but at the same time, it's not the best. I remember my first time ever putting gas in this car, and it was approximately $50. And I was just like, all right, well, that's not bad. I kind of expected more. Then the more I started driving, I started to realize that $50 is every 3 days. You're putting in roughly $100 a week in gas. It's never really $50 every time I put gas in it, because every now and then I'll fill it up at half a tank, or, you know, sometime I'll wait till the gas light to turn on. But for the most part, it's actually pretty decent. And so those are I wouldn't even say 5 things that I hate or like, but those are the things that I like about the car and that I dislike about the car. If you guys like the video, please slap a like on the video. Share this video with anybody that you might know is interested in a Mustang. And yeah.
Remember the days I was sad. Now a young nigga got bags. I don't stress for money no more. I'm spending these hundreds and getting some more. Niggas can't set that my broke anymore.